Welcome to this Pride of Dakota feature. One of the biggest challenges you face as an entrepreneur is how to take your passion or hobby and turn it into a viable business opportunity. From logistics to marketing, no matter where you're located, there are lots of questions that startup owners have. In this feature, we'll talk to Pride of Dakota member Bison Booties about how she turned a sewing hobby into a growing global business serving 19 countries. Bison Booties was formed by Erica Hager in 2010 in Mandan, North Dakota. Bison Booties are soft cloth booties for infants and toddlers. Joining us is owner Erica Hager. Erica, welcome.
Thank you.
So what motivated you to turn a sewing hobby into a business?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I was motivated to do it. It was more of what I call now a happy accident. Looking back, it makes a lot of sense. But at the time, I was really just looking to sell a couple pairs. So I wasn't necessarily looking to start a business. But like I said, looking back, I really put my feet in the right places to
no
have
pun
this
intended.
Be the exactly to have this be the business that it is today.
Well, okay, so you really came up with the product for your daughter, right? And then the feedback, you had the advantage, I think, of even having some positive feedback from friends and family. Maybe you make a few for friends and family.
Exactly. So I made a pair for my daughter, and they were okay, and she grew a little bit, and I needed to make her a new pair, so I made probably 10 to 20 pairs that were duds until I got a very workable style and the right size. And I had friends in other states that were having babies, and I thought, oh, well, these work really well for my daughter. They would probably like them too. So I sent them the booties, and they liked them, and of course your child is wearing them and your friends see them. And so one of them had a friend that wanted to buy a pair, and she emails me and says, my friend wants to buy a pair. And I thought, great, this will be a lot of fun. I can make some of the money back of the fabric that I had the dud pairs with. And so I kind of mentioned this to my husband, who happens to be an accountant, and he said, oh, how are they going to pay you? Personal check in the mail? Do you really want to go there? It's not the safest way to get paid from someone you don't know.
Yep.
And so I did a little bit of research, and I found something called Etsy,
Yep.
ETSY, and that was really lucky for me to find. So on November 1st of 2010, I opened an Etsy shop with what I thought was a very large inventory of 5 pairs. And looking back, it was very funny. But again, I wasn't really thinking this was going to be a big business. It was my 5 pairs that
You're
friends were
covering
going to buy.
costs, right? I mean,
Yep. So, on November 1st, and coincidentally also, that was Christmas shopping season. And so on Etsy, I just got really lucky, basically, with the timing and then the certain people that saw my product. So in the first week, I think I sold about 5 pairs. Turns out they were all to people that I did not think were going to buy them. Nobody I knew, no states I knew. They were East Coast. I don't know anybody on the East Coast. It was great, exciting. And so I sold out, and then I made some more. And in the first month, I had a wholesale inquiry from someone in Arkansas. She just stumbled upon them, had never seen them before. And this was a million miles from anything I had ever thought about doing before that. And so I was honest with her and said, I just started this a month ago. Are you sure you want them in your store? I wasn't even, I was lost on this. And she really supported me and walked me through the process to get these in her store, different things I needed to do. My business wasn't even registered yet at that point, so I got that registered. I needed packaging. I needed to kind of fine-tune my pricing. All those details that I never thought I would need to think about. And I'm greatly thankful for Laura in Arkansas to this day.
Well, you needed someone to prod you and even just to take that first terrifying step, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you were just thinking, 5 pairs is going to do it. You're not thinking global distributor. And now you have shipped to just about every United States, including 19 countries, right? I mean, you have almost all of the United States covered as far as sales?
Yeah, looking back, yeah. So I made a map a couple months ago, and at that point I had every state in the U.S. except for 2, and in the last couple months, I'm pretty sure I've covered those 2 states as well.
That's amazing.
So that's really exciting.
So obviously challenges are how do you grow? You're growing because you're located 9 miles out of Mandan. So you're a stay-at-home rural mom with a sewing hobby now all of a sudden turning into this global kind of phenomenon.
Yep. And I'm very excited that in the last 6 months I have found 2 local women that are both moms that help me to sew to alleviate some of the pressure of not being able to keep up with demand so that I can concentrate a little more on the business. But I still start and finish each pair. They just help me with some middle steps.
Well, it's about using your time wisely, right?
Yep.
And so now you're the stay-at-home mom in Mandan. We just talked about this. And Martha Stewart. You're featured on Martha Stewart. So how does that happen?
Yeah, that was a lot of just luck looking back too. Somebody had sent this contest to me that Martha Stewart was having a first annual American Made Award, and they were looking for American made products to be feature or to compete for this prize. And so I thought, my daughter was napping. I thought, I got a couple hours to kill. I'll fill out the form. And it was a very lengthy form, lots and lots of details. Filled it out, submitted it. Long story short, I was accepted into the contest. That was very exciting. Then I was selected as a finalist. So I was one of 100 finalists.
Yeah, 100 finalists.
Out of over 2,000 businesses. So that alone, I think I almost passed out when I found that out. And then there was a voting period, and I finished in the top 10, which I'm very, very excited about because my business was one of the only ones in the finals that doesn't have a warehouse and like hundreds of employees. I could think of American-made products. There's many of them. Mine is really not even a mom-and-pop product. It's a mom product. So that was a really big deal to even get enough votes to compete with those kind of businesses. And then from there, the Martha Stewart Living editors chose Bison Booties to be featured on their blog.
Well, I find it ironic that twice now in this interview you've talked about how lucky you were, how lucky it was, and on Etsy, and how lucky it was with Martha Stewart. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You have a fantastic product. I don't think there was any luck involved. I think it was people just recognizing that you have an amazing product. So if people want to get a hold of this amazing product, see for themselves, see what Martha saw, how do they do that? What's the best way to do that?
Right. My website is bisonbooties.com. So that's BISONBOOTIES.com, or on Facebook, facebook.com/bisonbooties, or you can just Google us, Bison Booties, and find us right away.
And Twitter is @Bison Booties.
Correct.
All the Pride of Dakota shows. I highly recommend you check them out. They are unique, fantastic product, perfect gift. Thank you so much for stopping in.
For more information on this Pride of Dakota featured member, or to find other feature podcast episodes, visit our website at prideofdakota.com or join the conversation at facebook.com/prideofdakota.